If we're not at a Disney park, we're dreaming about being there, and a cup of Joffrey's Coffee Disney Blend helps. But what about when you're at a Disney park? The Joffrey's Disney Kiosk and Restaurant Locator will make sure you never miss out. Whether it's a cool drink on a hot summer vacation or a great cup of coffee at a Disney signature restaurant, Joffrey's has you covered. Check it out at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
ResortLoop.com. This is episode 543.
We've taken this one outside. We're out on the ResortLoop.com patio.
I believe it's a lanai. If I learned anything from the Golden Girls, you have to have a lanai.
It's no, it didn't cost that much. It's just a patio.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought a lanai was a drink.
Oh,
isn't that one that's served in like a big pineapple?
That's a lapu lapu.
Oh,
I'd like one of those too.
I'll have one of those, and I'll take another one to go.
Yeah,
that's a long monorail ride around that loop.
Out on the patio. That'll work for me. A beautiful summer day here in spring in Northeast
Finally.
Ohio. Went from 30 degrees to 106, I think. I'm not sure. It's nice and toasty.
But there's still a chance
today.
of snow on Monday.
Snow on Monday. So, happy Friday, everybody. And Tim.
Yes, before we start the show,
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for all the kind comments on the Resort Loop recipe box.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, I haven't heard if anybody's actually tried making this meatloaf since we...
Again, disclaimer. Any illness you get derived, that's not up to us. It's your cooking.
And once again, we recommend ground beef and pork. Any other meat you decide to use is on you.
Okay. Why?
Yeah, some people might use
turkey,
more of a gamey...
turkey or gator.
Bison.
All those Florida folks having some gator down there. I've had alligator, actually. It's very good.
Is it very good?
Yes. I've had alligator sausage and alligator gumbo. Good stuff.
I do like gumbo.
We're not here to talk about my appetite
This time.
But yeah, thank you everybody for the kind words on the recipe box. We are having fun doing those. Next one will be out about a week or so.
About a week.
Yeah, very good.
Maybe less. Actually, it will be less if you're a Patreon supporter.
Absolutely.
On the inside track.
Yeah, they get those ahead of time.
Yeah, ResortLoop.com/support. Okay, Bob, let's get into the show.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to call this one Feedback Friday.
Oh, my.
I have a few emails and a
Catchy.
few little things here. Well, I have moments. If nothing else, it's a little alliteration.
Catchy. It's kind of like a fungus. It's catchy. A little fungus going.
Is that catchy? More of a bacteria or a virus.
Because we're fun guys.
We are.
How about that?
We're a couple of mushrooms.
We are.
All right. This goes back. We got this, I don't know, from a place we don't even go to.
Really?
Yeah, it's
All right.
It's another podcast thing out there.
Obscure.
But somebody left a message out there. This is in response to your rant.
A lot of places they can find our show.
That's true.
I rant?
You rant so far away.
Oh, you wish.
Got to get away.
You wish.
But you're kicked off a cruise.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're kicked off a cruise show.
Come on now. All right.
Friend of the show, and it doesn't say the name right here. I could find it, but just mentioned that AR-15s are not automatic weapons.
No, they're not.
Apparently, I probably said they were automatic weapons. I don't know my weaponry.
I don't know. But now I'm sure the Dade County Sheriff's Department, they're probably automatic.
I don't know.
I would think.
Automatic manual?
They can be.
Is there a choice
The
in between?
ones that are sold to the general public, you have to go through an extensive process to get an automatic weapon. The ones that the military and police, some police have, are fully automatic. But most of them are semi-automatic.
Okay. So going with that, I will say I was probably the one that used the word automatic weapons because I don't know my guns at all.
You don't know, although it is Sun's Out, Guns Out today, which I appreciate that.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, me neither. So
I don't think I have those either.
I'll put the AR away.
All right, then we got a little note here. I'm going to read this one. This is from our friend Kent. He says, "Hi, Tim and Bob. I am writing this email from a bus heading back to Colorado Springs after a great night at the Magic Kingdom."
Oh, Coronado Springs, you mean? Colorado Springs?
What did I say?
Took a bus to Colorado Springs?
Yes, says on the bus heading back to Colorado Springs after a great night at the Magic Kingdom.
That's a long ride.
Well, two guys driven from Ohio.
I'm guessing Coronado Springs. I'm guessing that was a typo.
Oh, he didn't. I just said it wrong. It does say Coronado Springs. I don't know. He could live in Colorado.
Wasn't that Susan Brass did the CRS?
I never understand those abbreviations.
And you were like, what?
It probably was.
That?
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway. Yeah, Coronado Springs.
Whatever.
Every
time I read that, it was Colorado.
Listen.
Every single time.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Magical Express goes all the way to Denver. I don't know where they're driving that bus.
Other than my ignorance, let's get on with the point of his.
Coronado Springs. Hey, I rant. You can't read.
I'm clueless. Oh, I can read. I read well.
Uh-huh.
It's just all incoherent.
It's when it comes out.
It's all incoherent babble. He said after last week's discussion on whether or not to get a rental car, he wanted to send a quick recommendation for a service called Shipt. SHIPT.
Oh.
It's a subscription service where independent contractors pick up your groceries and deliver them to you. You go think of Uber for groceries. Our family has been using it for several months at home, but it was a great today to get groceries for our short vacation and saved us the bundle.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
On top of that, when we make a quick Saturday or Sunday trip, we know we'll have groceries taken care of and delivered after our 90-minute trek home. So I'm guessing it's not 90 minutes back to Colorado Springs.
That's an impressive bus.
He's taking the SR-71 Blackbird home. He says there's an annual fee of $99, and decent human beings will tip their Shipt rep. So it may not be for loopers outside their normal delivery area, but if it's local to you, he recommends it. And when you're on vacation in the Sunshine State. And he goes, thanks to all those loopers running the Star Wars Dark Side half this weekend. This was from a week or so ago. And that was Kent. So there's a great idea. Shipt. Check it out. SHIPT.
I love that idea. And I can't remember exactly what it was called, but my daughter did like an Uber delivery thing down in Cincinnati with, believe it or not, McDonald's. They just wanted some McDonald's.
Is it Uber Eats, maybe? Is that
Uber Eats. That's what it was.
Tell us how
Uber
this went. I've heard about it and never used it.
So it was just, it cost them $5 to do it each. The two of them did $5, and they ordered their McDonald's, and Uber picked it up and brought it to them.
Wow.
So it's a little like Domino's pizza delivery for any place, I suppose.
Nice.
So Uber Eats is similar to that, I guess. I'm sure that's down at Disney.
It is. It probably would not be any cheaper to go to the McDonald's on property down at Disney. Have you ever been to that McDonald's at Disney?
I have been to that McDonald's.
There is no value menu. I think we've mentioned this before. Your Coke is not $1 there. It's like $7.25.
It's not that much.
No,
but it's
like $3.
It's quite, because we stopped there for breakfast one morning on the way. I think we were on the way home, my son and I, and it was like, wait a minute, this does not look like the prices I pay in Northeast Ohio.
No, there are no prices up there. We all pull through. That'll be $6.
Yeah.
It'll be $28.
Yeah. There's no dollar menu. No dollar menu on that. So, what else you got over there?
We're going to stick with dining.
All right.
This is from Ace. Actually, it's Ace Explorer. I don't know if I should have said the whole thing or not.
Ace.
I'm guessing it's his nickname. I don't know.
All right.
He goes, hey, Bob and Tim, just got back from a trip to Walt Disney World. I had the pleasure of eating at Ohana last night and was surprised by a few things.
Okay.
First, they tried to
Was I there? That was probably the biggest surprise. I saw Bob.
Even more of a surprise if Bob would have paid.
No, that would not happen.
At all.
Ever.
He said, they're surprised by a few things. First, they tried to load us up on bread and salad.
Uh-oh. Hey, now.
Then they brought out chicken wings, dumplings, and lo mein. After that came the steak and chicken on the skewers.
Okay, I see what's happening here.
He had to ask for the shrimp.
What?
And this was the whole reason I came to eat there, for the awesome char-grilled shrimp. Those are fantastic.
All right.
Let's see, the shrimp finally did come, but I was more than a little bit miffed that my favorite Ohana food seemed to have been somewhat carefully guarded. But it definitely came freely once I made my wishes known.
Do they come in like the briefcase with the handcuffs on them. You sure you want the shrimp, sir?
This is the secret menu.
Unlock the shrimp. I need the shrimp.
Release the Kraken. This made me left wondering about the meals now being served at Ohana. Are they intentionally trying to fill us up with cheap stuff? Sodas, salad, bread, plus a giant skillet of lo mein, dumplings, chicken wings, sauteed veggies, so that we have less room for the good/expensive stuff? Sure seemed like it to me, but I wasn't sure if it was just me. I am certain I have not dined there in a few years. Let's see. In the end, I've concluded that the food was very decent, but not stunning. Of the grilled stuff, the shrimp was the runaway favorite, except for the fact that they were not peeled and still had the legs on when they are put on the grill and then served. They've always, I think, done it that way, actually.
Shrimp have legs.
They got those little squiggly things down there.
When did that happen?
Well, evolution.
What?
You ever see shrimp running around
No.
land now? No, they got the little thingies down there. I will say they peel right off, though.
I have seen that shrimp on the treadmill. You've ever seen that video? Google that one on YouTube.
Was it Pepe the Prawn?
Shrimp. Oh, that was the prawn.
Pepe the Prawn?
There's a difference between shrimp and prawn apparently. And yes, absolutely. They are filling you up. Let's think Olive Garden, the unlimited breadsticks, and salad before your meal ever comes.
Here's the trick. That's true. You only notice it, though, like if you have to ask for the shrimp.
Right.
Otherwise, if it's coming out when you're ready, I'll be honest with you, that bread is fantastic.
It is good.
The lo mein noodles are fantastic.
Of course. They're going to load you up.
So you don't notice it so much when you're enjoying every single thing they're bringing you.
Yes.
But when they're not bringing you to the one thing you want, and then...
Well, like the steak. You get the steak coming up at the end, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so full. You have a couple of pieces of it, because it's all on the skewer. So you only have a couple of pieces, and you're like, I'm good. I don't need anything more. But then again, I don't eat seafood. So
ever?
Well, I usually when I see food, I eat it.
Oh, that's a good diet to have.
I don't eat. I'm not a big seafood fan. I do like some fish, but not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So he talked about his experience at the end. He said one final huge positive note: they let us take home the leftovers when we were done eating.
Nice.
That meant in our case, 90% of the giant skillet of fillers went into the boxes for me.
Oh, all right. Well, I gotta say, if you're taking that 90-minute bus to Colorado Springs,
right, you get hungry
fine.
back there. I do want to say I missed this one part. He says, "Don't get me wrong, I like Ohana, but for the money, Disney sure seems to have stacked the deck in their favor by starting out with cheap filler stuff, so you consume less. But if it's the all you can eat, once you get there, so you can bypass the parade of fillers, and you can really concentrate on what's really good." Now, there has been some talk on the interwebs that maybe Ohana's going downhill a little bit. I'm not sure that's true. Like we were there about a year ago now.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
It was very good.
So maybe you could have hit it on an off night.
Yeah. Everybody has an off night.
So we'll see. If anybody's been there, recently or is going soon, we'd love to hear how it is when you get back.
And then you and I knew we had talked about this on an older show. Is they rotate the chefs around.
Yes.
At least they used to. They may have stopped doing that, but they rotate the chefs around. The Disney resort restaurants. So, I know there was the time I ate over at, what's the one? The Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And the best steak I've ever eaten in my life. And so the next year that we went down, I said, we got to do Yachtsman. I got to have another incredible steak. And it was just so okay. And that's when we discovered that they do that rotation thing. So you never know. Sometimes, like you said, sometimes it's an off night.
Right.
And sometimes, I got to be honest, and I love all the cast members down there, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you get an off cast member too.
That's true.
That doesn't give you the attention that maybe you got the last time. So it's hit or miss sometimes.
That's
just
true.
Depends. But he's right. I mean, the amount that they charge for that, you don't want hit or miss. It better be hit every time.
Absolutely.
So,
especially when you get that, because that shrimp is fantastic.
Yeah.
I know where he's coming from with that.
All right.
I think I got another note. I'm just going to summarize it here from Ed.
Ed
sent us an email talking about the parking fees.
What? What?
Let's see. Because I've been working at corporate conferences for over 20 years with a high concentration in Orlando. In the late 90s and early 2000s, self-parking was free at most Orlando resorts. And getting around by car was extremely cheap and flexible. He goes, "This is a thing of the past. Orlando is still lower than most countries around considering transportation costs." He says Hilton, Hyatt, and Marriott are all comparable parking and charge guests for self-parking also. Disney was the only holdout for the last 15 years or more, and the only surprise that it took him this long.
Yeah.
So you didn't see the press release, but also wanted to add that the added charge of the hotel room for the tax and service charge could be 22% or more.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, industry standard, I understand that's what Disney is saying. It's an industry standard, but Disney has never been the standard.
Well, absolutely.
They've always been above the standard. And, no amount of discussion for me is going to make that whole paying to park okay. The only time I am okay to pay to park is if I'm in a large city that I got to park in a parking garage or on a private parking lot of some sort. If I'm paying to be at your establishment, don't charge me to park unless I'm valeting. That to me is just a gouge.
Ed brought up a good point I didn't think of.
Yeah.
He says there's an entirely new generation behind us old guys.
Well, that's for sure.
There better be, or else who's going to take over? He says that see automobiles and fossil fuels in a negative light and would have certainly complained if they found out that everyone is paying for the parking lots. But then my thing was always, then everybody's paying for Magical Express. And I'm not
Don't
using
start
it.
that up.
I'm just saying.
Don't even bring that
Disney
up.
did their homework on this one, and they can claim that they are rewarding those who use their transportation by only using those who bring their own cars, only charge. Which, he goes, I'm not defending Disney's choice. He's equally disappointed about what they went this route. They should have absorbed it into the guest fee.
Yeah.
Into the regular, room charges.
We kind of figured that was what was happening every time there was a rate increase anyway. When you're talking about the increase in price, the how much more it is to stay on Disney property, you just kind of you kind of knew that it was there, but you just fluffed it off because you wanted to be inside the bubble. Well, now it's just blatantly there. So I don't know. And as far as the young folks behind us that don't like the fossil fuels, I love that. I truly love that.
Oh yeah.
Mostly because that saves them money in order to then put toward taxes to help take care of us old farts.
Help support us.
When
Whoa.
we got,
You didn't just use the F word.
I said
you said the F word.
I'm going to say it again. Fart.
Oh,
and
there goes oh man, explicit.
No, throw that in that Social Security bin for me, baby. That's all I'm saying.
But he's going to go the other route. He's going the extreme other route.
Okay.
Considering parking.
All right.
He goes, personally, I'm just going to go valet every time I stay on property and let someone else get his car in the floor to heat. He'd rather be paying a bit more for something than for like $24 instead of nothing. If you're going to pay to park anyway, go big and get the service.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
No,
I like that idea, but the problem is I'm too cheap to go deluxe anymore. So it's moderates don't have the valet, and certainly the values don't have valet.
I wouldn't be surprised if Coronado or Colorado Springs ends up getting
maybe
valet because of all the business stuff going on there.
That's true. They do have that major expansion with the behemoth.
That's right. 15-story behemoth of a hotel. It's being erected as we speak.
Yeah. So
anyway,
so there's that, and so hey, by the way, real quick, massive numbers on the Avengers: Infinity Wars. Huge numbers.
You just saw it.
Just saw it. We're going to have a review coming up, maybe the next show.
All right.
Of it. Just to give you a little. There will be spoilers, so I'm just letting everybody know ahead of time. There's no way we can talk about this.
Will that be you and Bobby, I hope?
Until, okay. Bobby and I will talk about it.
Then,
but we're going to do some spoilers because it's an incredible movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it so you can listen to this in the next show when we talk about it, because it's wow.
Wow? That was a double wow.
Wow.
You look exhausted.
I got it. Here's. I'm just going to say this. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it.
What?
I know. Spoiler. Robert Downey Jr.
I remember him from Ally McBeal.
Oh, man. Wow. Wow,
Who knew
indeed.
he was Iron Man at the time?
Wow, indeed. How about Air America? Do you remember that one?
I do kind of remember that one,
with
yeah.
Mel Gibson. Yeah, I remember back in long, long days. He's been around a long time, gone through some tough stuff, but man, he's come out on the other end.
Who's laughing in Hollywood now?
A better guy. So we're grateful for him being Iron Man, because it's been a fun ride watching.
Oh, it's been incredible.
And The Incredibles 2 coming out.
Coming out soon.
Solo, end of this month. Hello.
Are there any movies we want to see coming up?
I'm going full solo at the end of the month. Gee, I hope my wife didn't hear that.
Does that mean you're going to do the show by yourself? That's what I heard.
That could be a
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. That won't get any ratings, that show. Please. Anyway, Tim, that is all you got.
I was going to say, I thought Feedback Friday. I couldn't come up with another name for it, but I like it.
I love it.
If you have any questions or any feedback you want to send to us, maybe we'll do this another Feedback Friday in the future.
Friday. I love this idea.
This is where I was going to say, Bob, for a change, that's all I got.
Okay, then.
Find us on Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com, and also look for us over at YouTube.com/ResortLoop.
YouTube, yeah, you can watch a couple of fools cook.
Oh, so true.
Like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes. By the way, we have a new Resort Loop recipe box Facebook page as well.
Look at you.
Head on over that. We're still working on that.
Tweaking.
And what else should folks do, Tim?
Everyone go on there and share all that stuff we just mentioned as the gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody.
Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com.